Greetings. I'd like to thank you for this opportunity to have a discussion on a subject that's near and dear to me, mentoring. My belief is that mentoring young people not only allows us the opportunity to influence their own individual lives, but it also allows us the possibility to influence the future of our country. Now, let me try to explain that a little better. I'll begin with a quote. I'm reminded of a quote from the great abolitionist and orator Frederick Douglass that says, "It is easier to build strong children than it is to repair broken men." Now, I would like to add a few modern day statistics to try to quantify that quote. According to statistics from the U.S. Census Bureau in 2014, there were about 12 million single parent families. Also in 2014, about 1 in 4 children under the age of 18, or about 17.4 million, were being raised without a father. I think those are pretty staggering numbers. Webster's dictionary defines mentoring as teaching or giving help and advice to a less experienced and often younger person. Now, mentoring in and of itself, by definition, is for all genders, but I would like to speak specifically of the need for young men to be mentored in today's society. Speaking from personal experience, I grew up in a two-parent household until the age of 16. It was then that my parents separated, and I found myself looking for guidance and direction at a very critical time in my life. Most of my choices were good, but I still felt unsure of myself as a young man who had major choices to make, including college decisions. I found myself reaching out to coaches to fill that void. Luckily, I was blessed with very upstanding men who recognized my need for guidance and direction and were consistent in my life. Having experienced mentoring planted a seed in me to be a mentor as an adult, which leads to my next point: how mentoring can affect individuals as well as our country. Statistics that I mentioned earlier from the U.S. Census Bureau, approximately 17.4 million children being raised without fathers in this country, shows that there's a void in this country when it comes to a need for guidance and direction, as we can clearly see a lot of times in the media. That role in itself that the father usually fills is vacant, which leads to many misguided young people. Mentoring, I believe, is a way to try to bridge that gap or to fill the void. Now, the National Center for Fathering has identified 6 social ills faced by children that have a direct correlation to fatherlessness. They are poverty, drug and alcohol abuse, poor physical or emotional health, low educational achievement, crime, and finally, sexual activity and teen pregnancy. If you were to look at this as a math equation, it may read something like family minus father equals lesser chance for success in life. Now, as I conclude, I would like to reiterate some of the main points of our discussion on mentoring. 1. Mentoring is defined as teaching or giving help and advice to a less experienced, often younger person. Also, statistics of fatherlessness show that there is a need for mentoring. And finally, mentoring not only influences the future of the individual, but it also influences the future of our country. Thank you.